Hello, my name is Dean, and today I was assigned question 54 to do for this assignment. And here, this is the first table, which is a summary of the sample information given in the problem. And I computed this into JUMP, where I then calculated this table and these tests for proportions. So I first had my hypothesis null and my alternative, and then after figuring out through jump what the p-value was, I ended up finding that the p-value was 0.105, and that is greater than the alpha level, which is only 0.05. So with that, we fail to reject the null. So we can conclude by saying with a 5% significance level, we cannot conclude what the proportion of obese African American men is less than the proportion of obese Caucasian men. And this was part A. Then in part B, we were asked to figure out if the proportion of African American women was more than the proportion of Caucasian women. And after computing it through JUMP, I figured out that the p-value for this was 0.0229. And as you can see here, 0.0229 is smaller than the significance level of 0.05. So we can conclude that with a 5% significance level, we cannot, we can conclude that the proportion of obese African American women is more than the proportion of obese Caucasian women. Then on part C, we were asked to see if the overall African American and Caucasian obese people the proportions differ from one another. And after computing that through JUMP, I got this data table and found that the p-value was 0.711, and 0.7511 is greater than 0.05. So we can conclude that with a 5% significance level, we cannot conclude that the proportion of obese African Americans differ from the proportion of obese Caucasians. And that was all the problem I had.